Hello, I'd like to welcome you to our first venture into having a video conference to talk to you about the Best Management Practice portfolio. I'm Frances Scarf and I'm Head of Best Management Practice, and therefore the whole of this conference is actually my responsibility to make sure it delivers what we need and that you get what you require out of it. As part of the talk, this session is just to give you an overview of what a video conference is like, is about, how we are putting it together to help you, and what we expect and hope you will be able to get out of it. It's also going to give you a high-level introduction to the whole of the portfolio, just so you have some idea as to which bits you might then want to go and look at later, and what you might be more interested in, and which order you might want to take your thoughts through. But what is a video conference? This is something that's available to you over the internet. You will see people talking on different subjects. You'll also be able to see the slide decks that they're using. So again, you'll be able to put it in context. It's a fairly economical way of you being able to access this information that is being delivered to you by the experts in the field, and hopefully it will help you understand where you then need to go to help take this best management practice forward and make use of it within your own organisations. Benefits of the conference. Normally when you go to conferences you have to take 1 or 2 days out of the office. You go along, there's lots of people talking, there's lots of interesting things going on, but you have to pick and choose which of those sessions you go to. With a video conference you can dip in and out at different times. You can just look at the ones you really want to see, but also you can go back over them again. You can revisit them later, and you can do it from the comfort of your own office or anywhere where you can get an internet connection. You can do it on your own, or you can be sat with your colleagues and friends, and then you can discuss the issues with those people directly, or obviously you're on the internet and you can go and discuss it with people who are not necessarily in the same room. The main purpose of these guidance sessions is to help you understand the guidance, where it's coming from and what it's about. It's not to try and give you training in that. Those more detailed sessions, we would expect you to go to professional training organisations and get support that way. But you can go, you can buy the guidance, you can read the books. All of these topics are being delivered by experts in the field, and they will also be named. So if you go and troll the net, you'll find most of them somewhere out there on the net, and so you'll be able to contact them directly yourselves if you feel there is something specific you want to go to them about. We are using this to make sure that you can get the best out of our guidance. So you can dip in and out of this material in the way that best suits you. I'm sure there are people out there who can just look at clips and stop them and take those and use just those bits that they really need in different forms as well. So it's important to us that we are providing you with what you need, but also that you may need to work differently to be able to get the best out of the conference itself. Looking at the best management portfolio itself, this is a range of guidance that has been developed over the years by central government organisations. It started as a concept, having best management practice, and developing the guidance alongside it and disseminating it back in 1989, which was when the first product in the portfolio, ITIL, was actually first published. Throughout the time, we've also recognised that just having the guidance isn't sufficient to actually help people to take this material and adopt it and use it for real, which is why we've also got a series of exams alongside most of the best practice we have, so that then that comes with accredited training, which is what is required to help people to understand the guidance and take it into their organisations and make best use of it. As mentioned, ITIL, which is up there. In the UK, we still call it ITIL quite a lot of the time. In the US and the rest of the world, you will know it more as ITIL. Sorry, I will try and remember ITIL in the future. But ITIL is out there, and we have exams sat in over 150 countries worldwide. The best management practice also includes a large range of project management and programme portfolio management practices. These are sort of newer than ITIL. Prince 2 came about in '96 as a move on from Prince itself. But when we come into the current climate and what people really feel they need now, we've more recently developed things like management of risk, which came out in 2002, management of portfolios and management of value, which are both being worked on now in 2010. All of the products go through a regular update cycle, and so ITIL has been through 3 major updates over the years, several intermediate updates as well during that time, and Prince 2 is on a major update, just finished a major update, but again has been revised over the time, because what was necessary and valid back in 96 or 89 needs to be changed to reflect the current working practices now. So we need to make sure that we have this update cycle going on. Obviously we start from a premise of these are the things that UK public sector needs to do its job, but these guidances are actually always written so that they are generic, so that they can be taken out there by anybody who can see how to use them in their own environment. A lot of the people working in the government community have to use suppliers. Those suppliers in the commercial sector, it can be useful if they are using the same management approaches, because that helps them have the same understanding of what is required and what is delivered. The PPM products themselves, they are interrelated, but they're not actually interdependent. So we have things like P3M3, the maturity model, which sits in the middle and shows you how to assess how well you are applying project, program, portfolio management. And then you can use that to then assess what you need to do, improve what you do in that area. And that might be to go on at project level and implement Prince 2. But it might also be around some of the softer issues that the portfolio doesn't actually deal with directly. And so you might need to go and look at something else, but it will give you a guide as to which areas your weaknesses are and where your strengths are. Then all of the other guidance is similarly, if you look at management of successful programs, MSP, that is predicated on having a project management approach to support it, but that approach doesn't have to be Prince 2. Within the guidance, all the examples draw from Prince 2. But again, you can go and use a different method, a different approach. If you're used to the PMI and use of their BOK, then that approach would be complementary as well. So you can adapt it for use within your own organisation. It's quite a whirlwind tour of what the conference is aiming to do and our portfolio. I hope you found that helpful. For further information, please visit bestmanagementpractice.com.